Everybody, Brett Patrick here. I wanted to make like a little bit of a updated kind of breakdown if you were to start a gutter cleaning business today. I made one a few months ago. I'm not super excited about the video, but I really wanted to go into some stuff today that maybe be helpful and insightful to get you guys to where you want to go, and maybe I'll have a little bit more enthusiasm in the video as well. So, anyways, man, you're looking to get into the gutter cleaning industry. The first thing I really want you to do is just make sure that is this even a legitimate option in your area? Depending on where you live, sometimes there just may not be the density of trees or the density of homes with gutters on them, right? I've been to certain places in Florida where there's just like no gutters ever. So just really kind of take into consideration, but the fact that you're watching this video, I would imagine there's gutters and there's trees. So there's some need there, right? So I just don't want you to jump into something just because it sounds appealing if it's not in your area. So as far as starting a gutter cleaning business, I do not want you to worry about incorporating with an LLC. I don't want you to worry about getting insurance, worrying about the bank account, worrying about getting a CRM, worrying about your logo. I don't want you to sweat all that stuff in the beginning, because that's the stuff that makes you feel like you're doing a business, but you're not actually doing a business. And what I want you to do is I want you to have proof of concept that you can actually do this thing and that this can actually be a legitimate business at some point. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to race to our first $1,000 in sales. I got a video on this already on how to actually accomplish getting to that $1,000 in sales. So make sure you go watch that video. But essentially, I want you to go ahead and begin selling the service as if you are already in business to people that need your service. So, kind of committing to it and then figuring it out on the back end is kind of the way I look at it, right? So I want you to go ahead and try to get to that $1,000 in sales first. That way you can go, oh my gosh, okay, now I have some sales, I have something that's going on. Now I can do all the back end stuff to kind of figure it out. Now, once you get to your $1,000 in sales, I'm okay with you investing a little bit of money and getting this thing rolling, right? So if you need to get a ladder, I would get that. To get super duper started, you probably need a ladder, and you could probably get away with a rake, but I would certainly get like a handheld gas blower. I mean, you could seriously be all in for $300-$400, especially if you buy a used ladder and a used blower or something like that. And that's all you really super need to get started. As time progresses, you can get a gutter cleaning tool with a telescoping pole, which makes life easier. You can get nicer ladders, light ones, really tall ones, different types of blowers, yard bags, rakes. You don't need all that in the beginning though, okay? So the point is, get your 1,000 in sales. Once you do that, let's invest a little bit of money. That way we can get those jobs completed and start making some money ourselves, right? So if once you've done this, you've got your 1,000 in sales, you've went ahead and got your ladder and your blower, you've actually commenced a few jobs, you've gotten paid for them. What's going to happen is in those first 3, 4, 5 jobs, whatever it took you to get to the 1,000, you're going to learn so much about the best way to go about cleaning a gutter, how long it's going to take you, and all these types of things, right? That you can conceptualize and put into an Excel spreadsheet, but until you actually do the work yourself, that you're not actually going to know any of those things. I remember my very first job I ever sold was actually a gutter guard job 4 or 5 years ago. Super undersold it, and then I got out there and thought I knew what I was doing based off of watching videos and stuff, and got absolutely handled. It was 170 linear feet of guards installed. It took me about 6 hours to do it. First mistake is I didn't have a ladder stabilizer. I didn't have the proper tin snips. I had the wrong type of ladder. I didn't pack a cooler. I didn't drink. I didn't hydrate properly. I just got destroyed. But I learned so much that day. I learned, okay, I need this. I need this. I need this. Next time I'll do that. And the pain and struggle I went through of that time frame was well worth, the money that it allowed me to make as time progressed. Right. So, just go do the work, right? Get a few sales, just go out there and suck for your first 10 jobs. You're going to learn so much about it. Once you do that, now you're going to go, okay, do I want to continue doing this? Is this something that I can see myself doing for a long time? Now is when you're going to start doing some of those more tedious things, the more exciting business things, i.e. creating a logo. I recommend going to canva.com. That way you can go on there. They have a bunch of free templates. You can play around with it. It's actually how I was able to make my logo for both of my companies. The other thing is after that, you can go ahead and incorporate and become a legal company. Two options you can go. Really just depends on you. By no means is this advice. Sole proprietorship makes things super easy. Everything will just run through you. Risk levels there. Or you can go an LLC route, which would separate your personal and business liabilities. Cost a little bit more, but in most cases, once you get past the point of making about $10,000 a year, I typically recommend go ahead and do an LLC. So if you think you're going to do it after that first 1,000, just go ahead and get it knocked out. Don't ask me how to do it all. I'm not a professional at that. I usually just go to LegalZoom, fill that out with them, spend the $200-300, makes it nice and easy. Everything's in your portal moving forward, so you always have it. So at that point, you can make your website. You can order some business cards. You can get you shirts if you want to. Honestly, right now, I'm just rocking different color Carhartts. It hasn't seemed to mess me up at all. I've made sales as big as $3,500. Long as you got your logos, you got your business cards, I got truck magnets. I'm legitimate. They see my website. I don't think a t-shirt makes a massive difference. I will get them here in the near future just because I like the way they look. But you don't need to go and spend a bunch of money in the beginning to make this thing happen. Let it snowball itself, right? People understand that you're a single operator trying to make ends meet. And the type of service that you're offering is not one that they need to feel like, you've been in business for 20 years, like just getting your gutters clean. I'm just fixing a downspout. I'm installing a few gutter guards, right? So anyways, you got your 1,000 in sales. You actually did the work. You learned an absolute ton via sweat equity. At this point, you've incorporated, you made a website, you got your logo, truck magnets, business cards, etc. You're becoming a legitimate business now. At that point, you kind of end the deal. And from there, you'll be able to go, all right, well, I've been installing some gutter guards. I need a better impact driver, or I need this specific tool. I need a cutoff tool. I'm tired of using 10 snips, or I'm going to go ahead and invest in some yard signs because they cost several $100s. But that's really how you get into the business. It's not sit at a computer, learn everything in the world, buy it all, then go out there. If you don't have leads coming in, if you don't have work coming into the business, then you're not an actual business. So that's why I always want you and will always recommend get business first, then you can spend as you go. Knock the door, post a Facebook ad, post on Craigslist, tell everybody in your mama, post on Nextdoor, get them to the Facebook groups for your neighborhoods. Just tell any and everybody about what you do, because if they don't know who you are and what you're doing, there's no way that they can ever reach out to you. On my way home today, I literally got a phone or a lead off of the website in a neighborhood that I've done several jobs. She said, yeah, I've seen a bunch of your yard signs. My gutters have some issues. Wanted you to come out and take a look at them. Great, no problem. That's just because I've been doing work and I've been posting yard signs that she sees the truck and every, red light in the area yard sign. I'm finishing up a Facebook ad campaign right now. Make sure your website has SEO. Get the Google your ratings. That way, when people type in gutter cleaning in the area, boop, you're gonna pop up because you got 155 stars. Or even you got 6. It looks better than none, and they're recent, right? So just keep pushing out in every single direction. But as far as getting started in gutter cleaning business, man, don't overthink it. Really don't. Just commit to doing it. You'll get it figured out. You can't really mess somebody's stuff up unless you fall and pull a gutter down. Be smart with that kind of stuff. But you can't really mess them up. It's just mud and debris and leaves in a gutter. You scoop them out. You clean up the mesh. You hose them out if you need to. And you move on. People are very understanding. People understand that they don't want to do that service anymore. It's dirty, it's nasty, it's scary, it's risky. So you going out there and maybe you're not the absolute best in those first 10 customers, it's okay. You're going to continue to get better. This is my second go around with a business like this. In my first 3 years I did it, there's so many things looking back. I'm like, oh my God, what was I doing? I should have done X, Y, Z differently. But this go around, I'm learning that. I'm like, change. It's make a massive difference, which allowed me to do over 10,000 in sales my very first month, which took me probably 3 or 4 months the first go around. So Man, I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep posting more content, man. Gutter guards, mount up.